everybody. It's me, Abby Zenran. Welcome back. So, we have a few things to take care of. Stuff's been happening like crazy over here at the old Wren's house. Donald Hartung, the Ouija board guy, the Blue Moon Killer, who was found guilty, he avoided the death penalty. He's just going to be on the U.S. taxpayer dime for the next, I give him about 25 years. And I want to add something too about Ouija boards. If I ever played Ouija board with you as a kid, I pushed it. I pushed it every time. And Donald, a.k.a. Wayne, I had a very interesting back and forth with a lady who actually knew Donald and his family. It's in the comments, and it's really cool. Her name is Linda. I believe her last name starts with B, and you'll see it in the comments. We go back and forth a little bit. Very interesting perspective, and really ignited my joy in doing this because how wonderful. She had some perspective on the family life and the dynamic in there. So if you're one of those mind diggers like I am, go give it a look. You might see something in there too. She talks of a very sort of strict mother, which was an interesting dynamic. Anyways, Schmiedas and Kimberly people and Stephanie Harlow people and Plunder people, welcome. I got a message from YouTube that I have over 100 subscribers now, which is crazy. So, hi everybody. Nice to have you here. Scott did a good thing on the Daybells are on the move, and I think that's what we should talk about today. The Mormon Mafia, Chad and Lori Daybell, they are taking out more hits on people than, what's his name, the Teflon Don there. What was his name? John Travolta played him. Gotti. Got it. It's Gotti. So I have a little coffee, a little caffeine. We gotta have all our C's. So I have some caffeine, and today we're having a sativa dominant hybrid called Blue Dream. And I might have had a theory or a theme in mind. You'll see lots of blue stuff today. It's February 20th, I think, and it's just beautiful here. Just beautiful. So, maybe winter's gone. So today I want to talk about Chad and Lori Daybell and what a crazy setup this is. Last summer I got down the rabbit hole of Mormonism. I worked with a Mormon gal and I served on a committee with a Mormon gentleman. Hard-working, nice people. And I'm not a religious person, so didn't really understand what was all the fuss about Mormons. And then I read about the Donner Party and then about the plural marriage stuff and thought, well, it's the history. And there lie my education. Well, I retired and have a lot of spare time on my hands, and I got thinking about the show Sister Wives. How would that work? And is it as peachy keen? And then that was the first step off the safety of what I didn't know. And oh dear, there's sort of kind of two levels of Mormonism. And the one is just like you probably have Mormon neighbors, the nicest people you ever know. And then there's these folks that I don't know if it's some kind of we're going to take every word literally, if that's where it started. But they too believe in, like Scientologists, that you're going to become a god or a planetary guy, that there's more planets and each That's why they need all these wives to make their celestial family. And then they will become a god in their own right as they build their universe. And it's something. I mean, it's something. It's a stretch. Maybe if you were raised to this, it sounds completely legit. But it's weird. Anyways, there's a couple of angels named Moroni or Moroni and Nemo or Nehi, or these kind of foreign, exotic sounding names. The reason I tell you all this is because it's important to Lori Daybell. Everybody's talking about her being a prepper, and hers meeting up with Chad and end of days. And well, because I had done all this Mormon study last spring and summer, I could see kind of weird connections. She talks about holds the spirit of, I believe it's Nehi. These are the angels that came to Joseph Smith, who is their prophet. These are the angels that came to him and told him he was the next, for lack of a better word, Jesus. Joseph and Jesus, I think, are interchangeable for Mormons. Anyways, so that's important. That's a big guy in the Mormon culture. And if you don't know about Mormon culture, or Mormon dogma, maybe? Is that the word I'm looking for? And Mormons are the original preppers. It's part of their beliefs that they will be the chosen, that they are going to repopulate the earth. And they are required, I don't know if it is now, but in this learning I did, they're required to keep enough food for their family for a year. They are the original preppers. They've been doing this since time and eternity. Probably getting stuck in the Donner Pass and having to eat your neighbor's wife. Oh, that didn't sound good. Anyways, I'm going to try and bleep that. They did cannibal stuff, right? So that's what you think it makes sense, but no. So Chad and Lori are not only the kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but they are on their religious beliefs. They are on the outer edge, but they're not alone. That's the thing. They're perhaps not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with the people they hang out with. And they probably do see themselves as messiahs or prophets. Like, I'm thinking Jonestown situation here. Stay tuned, folks. So I want to do a reading on this Lori. I am pretty sure it isn't Chad who's the driver of this. I'm pretty sure it's Lori. Lori believes she is the angel, Nehi. That's pretty much like saying from God's mouth to my ear. She's on speed dial with the big guy. So, I have to settle my mind. Hey, did you go get your stretchy pants on? Have you got your beverage? Maybe you've partook of some CBD oil or something just to, take the edge off. What, have we got to noon yet? Oh, 10 minutes. Yikes! Do you think I'm an addict? Possibly. All right, my mind is settled. You're back with your comfy clothes. I got out my big decks today. This would be the equivalent of the Ouija board deck. This is the original guy. This is the Crowley deck, the Thoth deck, and it's the Scary Daddy Devil deck. So I thought, hey, Lori, where are your kids? You're having a devil of a time finding those kids. So let's just read your cards and see what all's in your future. I want to know I want to know if she's the leader of this and if it's a cultish thing. We'll see if the kid stuff comes out. I'm almost afraid to think about that. So, take a big breath. Like I say, you have to play along too, you know. All right, you crazy gal. And that guy. What? Have you seen him? Would you kill for him? Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't seen anybody I'd kill for yet. Oh, let's see. This won't be a surprise. Come on down, watch the deal. Can you see? Oh, looks pretty good. What fell out of the deck, and I always take this as a, what are we going to talk about? It's got something to do with money. Oh, sure. Look at that on the bottom. The 10 of coins, wealth. Isn't it funny that every time it looks like love, Chris Watts and his lady love, and religion, the Daybells, and Fotis Dulo, it's always the money. All right, we're on the right track, I think. So let me shuffle up a little more, and I'll lay the cards. I'll lay my clarifiers, and then we'll just jump right in. And as you know, there's no particular order, and yeah, this is for fun. So don't everybody get all upset that, I'm not following rules. You should know by now, I don't follow rules. I'm a rule ignorer. I won't say I break them, but I ignore them quite a bit. All right. Now let's throw some clarifying on here. These are one step down in my world from the Crowley cards. So we've got evil and the fight to the finish between goodness and evil covered. Whoa, Nelly, we'll take all of those and we'll just do this. Okay, I'll turn these cards and then we'll come up and talk about them. Oh my. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm doing this. Okay. Come on up, Shminas. Shmidas. This blue dream is dreamy. So we're going to talk about Lori, and how do I know that? On the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. This is sort of the ultimate supermom type woman. Have you seen her? She sort of looks the part, doesn't she? As a matter of fact, her name should be Stacy. Chad and Stacy would probably be better than Lori. But there she is. And maybe this is Chad. Can you see her hands laying on, sitting on his head, keeping him in line? He might be the muscle in this operation. So that's on the bottom. So yeah, very clearly we're talking about Lori. The other thing that popped out is the Hermit. This is supposedly a wise man, somebody you would follow because he carries the light. A negative connotation on this might be sort of a Svengali, somebody who can, like the Pied Piper, pipe the rats. Because extreme anything. People! Woo! And then the other card that fell out that rang so true. Ace of discs in this case. Discs is coin, money, jingle. Dollar bills. She likes being the chosen one. She's almost like a Tammy Faye Baker. You know, she's going to need an air-conditioned doghouse. Well, she would need an air-conditioned doghouse if she hadn't have given her dog back. And you know what really pissed me off about that? At first time I heard it, she took it back. Back up, Abby. Okay. They had a support dog for the autistic son. And when all of a sudden, the guy who trains these dogs, because this is a deal, these are expensive, valuable dogs and hard to get. Anyways, he sees this service dog in I don't know, Kijiji or somewhere, and she wants $2,500 for it. She's selling the goddamn service dog. Anyways, he phones her up and says, excuse me, Lori, you can't sell this dog. You have to bring it back here so I can rehome it. Nice try, greedy guts. So she shows up with this dog, and the guy says, what's going on? Didn't the dog work out? You know, you should have gave me a call. And she says, oh, no, the dog's fine. And he says, well, what's going on? And she says, I can't talk about it. It's too difficult. So he doesn't press her. And then all this breaks loose, and it makes sense. The good news is the little doggy found a new place, and he is working his buns off, doing what he was designed to do. So that's a happy story. But that just proves the money thing, right? If she really did do something horrible and is trying to, wrap up these children's lives and make it all disappear, wouldn't you just be so happy to make no waves? Would you really try and turn $2,500? She would. Ooh, I'm getting all wild and crazy. So what's happening with Lori right this very minute? Well, there was one reversal in this deck, and here it is. It's the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, right side up, is sleepless. You are so worried, you're losing sleep. It literally, it's that kind of worry that sits you up in the night and you go, ugh, okay. You're making lists and it's coming at you from every angle. But it was reversed. She is deluded. She should be pretty worried, and yet she isn't. What's on that with it? Offers. You have the Four of Cups. This is called luxury in this deck. The Four of Cups shows a spoiled child he's been offered 3 cups so far, and he's thrown them all aside. He doesn't want them. And the hand of God is somebody is offering another, and she feels she has the luxury to ignore this hand of the offer from the police. Get these kids and get them in this office. She thinks she has the luxury. She is Cocoa Balls. If you didn't know that already. And not only is these offers there's a big offer. This probably is from the family. This is a heartfelt offer. This is, we'll give you whatever you want. Just give us a hint. This is the love. And right on top of it is this 2 of Cups. And I believe, dog doorbell. Hold on, everybody. Darn those neighbors thinking they can just drive into their driveway and unload their groceries. Huh, I tell ya. So, where is she right now? She's too deluded to know she's in it up to her ears. She, after all, is the chosen one, and she's already been warned that this person will be persecuted, and this just is proving to her that she is chosen from on high. Wow. And the family is just offering her anything. They're desperate. But she's sitting pretty. She's in this partnership, and Chad's in love. I don't think Lori's in love. I think Lori recognized in Chad somebody who was going to work like he would be the pedestal that would hold her on high. Oh, yeah. Chad thinks he's sort of in the lead here. It's Lori. It's very clear it's Lori. So that's where she is right now. She's not particularly nervous because she thinks God is on her side. What got her to this place? The devil. And I would call the Prince of Swords, look how dark it is. Look at his posture. This is a guy in a defensive mode. He's fighting. It almost looks like Armageddon, isn't it? It's the darkest. It looks like he's sliding down into hell, into the fires of hell, and he's fighting. He's desperate. And the devil. What got her here? She has done some desperate, devilish things, and it has brought the attention of the world upon her. I mean, Keith Morrison, come on. Keith. It's a small town. One stoplight, two horse town. Or something. There's always a tumbleweed or a sunset with a corn husk, you know. So that's what's got her here. Almost a deal with the devil. And she's like a warrior, right? She's a warrior. Is she a warrior for Jesus? No, because see, that's the thing in the Mormon religion. Jesus isn't the big guy. Joseph Smith is the big guy. It's fascinating. Like it's just from a historical thing fascinating, because that religion was founded like when there was people. Like, it's not like back in the Romans. They had like printing presses and yeah, I know. Look it up. All right. So she should be scared. She's not. She's a warrior. What's above her? Oh. 10 of Swords, ruin. She's going to end up, either she'll kill herself and take her followers with her, or she will spend her days in prison. I know this, I can tell just what this card is. This is a dead end street. What's above it? Sword of truth, sword of justice. This is the cuts to the bone, cleans out infection. Truth. Truth is going to ruin her. Oh, she's a bad girl. What's underneath her? What does she think she's after? Does she know she's after the fame, the money, the recognition, the adoration? That's to me what she is. She's like a big old sponge, and she needs that. And she's a nice looking lady. She presents well. And if you are a firm believer in the Mormon stuff, she's saying the right words. I can believe they would follow her, because what she's talking about isn't nutty cuckoo to them. So what does she believe in her heart of hearts? This is the Six of Cups talks about pleasure. It's also a feeling of sentimental, of that comfort, right? Maybe even a blast from the past. I think she thinks that she's sort of been reincarnated or brought here for this purpose. Like this is why she's been chosen. She's the warrior. She's the one. She's, what's this pickle with the sword? Excalibur dude. That guy, you know. She's the one. As a matter of fact, she has a very masculine energy here. It could be a man, but I don't think it is. This lady thinks she's a warrior. So look, maybe that's Chad's head, because it seems like everybody around her loses their head. So no, I think she thinks she's been called. And if you believe in that kind of stuff, maybe this is the guy who called her. Wow. But she's not scared. She feels the protection. What could happen to her? This is the universe. This literally could be, she pulls the plug. And on top of it is the Lovers. And I almost feel that this could be, if it gets too hot for these two, I could see them doing a Thelma and Louise. To me, Chad is in love with her. Chad to her is another soldier in this war for good. And these two are in it, not just their worlds, their universe. That's fascinating, isn't it? Because the other deck talks about worlds, and in Mormons, they believe they get their own planet, and they become God to their own planet. So universe really applies in this. Yeah. And the Lovers. Lovers is that passion, that the intense honeymoon stage, where you're so obsessed with something. And it's not always a person, but it's almost a compulsion. It's the texting, just thinking about you. It's the buying all the sporting equipment because you've discovered you love to curl. No one ever loves to curl. They love to drink and party, and that's what you do after you curl. The curling is just this annoying sport we have to partake in to get to the banquet, and that's where all the fun is. Anyways, yeah, they are obsessed. They're going to save the world. That might happen, that they do a suicide pact thing and go down in flames together, because ruin is hanging over her head. There's no good outcome for her. What is going to happen? The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is rising up out of the crowd, lifting yourself head and shoulders, changing your perspective. Sometimes it's somebody stepping forward and doing the right thing. And this is valor. So this is going to happen. The peace is coming. The answer, the thing that's going to solve the puzzle, the linchpin is coming. That's what this is. It's coming. What was crossing it? Details, 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 details. She's not good with the details. She's flying on the fact that she's been anointed by God to come here and save everybody, and before the apocalypse. And she hasn't really worried about details because the end is nigh, right? So she's as they pick at this like a seam, they rip this thread out of the seam and they just pick these little details, just like the storage locker, the dog, just thousands of things are starting to just click, click, click. What's going to happen? This is weird. What's going to happen? The Six of Coin. Six of Coin is success. What it also is the old quid pro quo. Make a deal. And what's crossing it? Thief. The thief. So if she gets caught and doesn't kill herself, and Chad and 25 other people, she'll sink Chad. She'll take the deal, and she'll steal it out from under Chad. Oh, she's not a nice girl. How much longer are they going to fool around? Give me a little time on when are the cops going to get close to these people? Like, this is nuts. Nuts. Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh. Well, somebody's telling me something. And another upside down 9. Was that not an upside down 9? It sure was. It's the exact same card. Oh, this is fast. Oh, there's my itchy intuition nose too. So 2 decks, right? And I don't usually draw reversals. So you know that card has somehow got itself twisted. So it first shows up reversed in Where Is She Right Now? And then I said, how long is this going to take? And the card I turn over is the 9 and it's reversed. So let's go crazy and say 9. Maybe March the 9th. Maybe in 9 weeks. Let's watch and see. But here's what I'm predicting. That Chad is a true believer. And he believes she's the guy. She's the new leader. It just appears he is because he's had this big fiction career. And, but she is. It's her. It's all about her. And if you think about it, I think his kids are still alive. It's just her kids that are missing. So there you go. I had a good time. I'm thinking here, this is interesting. We'll have to write this down. I should start keeping a diary and see how it turns out. The other little Ganon thing, wow, that's, I don't know what's going on. The thing that struck me about mom was, stepmom, big difference there in this case. Stepmom, the thing that fascinated me was she has a 17-year-old daughter who has joined the military. Now, back in my day, girls often got married to get away from their parents. I guess now they can join the military. So that tells you something right there. Her biological daughter joined the military at 17 years old. Could mean she just found her calling. It's my experience, having been married at 19. Sometimes we marry to get away from our parents or their parents' rules, or, it doesn't always have to be drastic, but, that's how I got launched out. Watch that, Chad and Lori. All right, guys, take it easy, take care, and thanks for all your nice, kind thoughts. I'm having a great time. Please keep the comments coming, and let's not be negative. There's a bunch of that going on out there, and I can hardly wait to see who's commented, and it's always been a good experience. So, loves ya. Bye. Oh, Jesus. Or, oh, gosh darn it.